These look so good. Which one would you pick? So guys, check this out. We've got the GTO SR, latest edition, the GTO MR, and then the full pig spec fat heavy GTO twin turbo with the all-wheel steer and all of that stuff. I finally completed the GTO collection. This thing needs a lot of work, and that thing needs a lot of work in order to get it to this spec, level. First things first, let's put some coolant in here. There doesn't seem to be enough, and the reason why there's rust here is because coolant has been flowing out of this radiator hose because it wasn't tight enough. The system feels good and pressurized, looks promising, but yeah, I've already almost used an entire bottle into this thing and it's still going. So this hasn't had coolant, well, insufficient coolant in this thing, but the engine runs smooth. It's got BC coilovers, which handles amazing on these things. I couldn't believe how well it took. Oh shit, I fucked up. Take two, let's put some more in there. I ran out of coolant, but I put an entire bottle. I'll do a full-blown system flush eventually. Well, not eventually, sooner rather than later. Lots of air bubbles. Hey guys, so I've just gotten back from a very spirited drive with the GTO Twin Turbo MR at the local togays. And I gotta say, it is a completely different drive to the SR and the full fat twin turbo with the ECS all-wheel steer, cruise control and everything. For a car that supposedly only weighs 30 kilos less than the full fat version, it does feel a lot more like a driver's car. One thing I noticed was that it doesn't, the steering response isn't as good as the twin turbo full spec. That's because this doesn't have the all-wheel steer, but also I think it's because of the 17-inch wheels, and it definitely feels a lot more driver's focused. It's kind of like an Evo. My mind's blown. I really can't wait to start on this project. The twin turbo project's done. That's my GT road trip tourer sort of car. This one is going to be more of a track oriented car. Big wing, diffusers, splitters, kind of like Lyle's. Carbon fiber bonnet, race sort of Recaro race lightweight seats, and maybe a tune, I don't know, but to be honest, it's a lot of fun. Very, very fun car. If you can find another one of these, buy it. Very cool. Unfortunately, I have way too many cars and it's stupid keeping 4 cars, so my 10-year old GTO SR has to go. Fortunately, the buyer, who's already paid for it by the way, was happy for me to switch the interiors over to this car and this car's interior over to this car. That way I can still sort of claim that this is I still have bits of my first car onto the new car. He also was kind enough to let me keep my front bumper and headlights and indicators so that I can put them on here. He's already got his own headlights on this, so we're going to be working on this next weekend to finalize everything so that he can finally take it and drive it. Very cool buyer. Really appreciate his understanding when it comes to my crazy attachment and sentimental value of my first car. So yeah, this is it. I finally just got my dream MR car. This was actually the dream car, an MR GTO in red, but I couldn't find one, and I settled for the full fat twin turbo over there in red, which I don't regret. Just having both now is it's super exciting for me. I don't mean to like flex. I'm not trying to flex here or show off. I got this for pennies compared to, you know, how much you'd pay for them overseas. So I really wanted to secure this car and pretty much make it my new project. The FTO has been completed after 5 years of fixing it up, and the red twin turbo GTO has been finished after 3 years of working on it. So this is going to be a 10-year plan. As I said before, it's going to have aero, it's going to have lightweight race seats, it's probably going to have 13T turbos with 550cc injectors, and going to be an all-out track-inspired GTO. I can't wait.